D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I've read to bring you this video, or you can just read them for yourself, or you can just watch this video where I'm going to read them to you. Before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to our channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we go ahead and get started on these 3 stories. So for my first story this week, House of the Dragon has added some cast members to its season 2, and we have Simon Russell Beale, Freddie Fox, Gayle, Rankin, and Abubakar Salim. Salim, I think that's how you say his name. I have some pictures of them below me of some characters that they played in other shows. All right, so let's read this. This comes from Deadline, my favorite. Let me show their faces because I'm gonna. Okay, so it says Simon Russell Beale, Freddie Fox, Gayle, Rankin, and Abubakar Salim have joined the cast of HBO's House of the Dragon Season 2. Based on George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood, the series, set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, tells the story of House Targaryen. And if you don't watch that show, it's really good. I've covered it. I'll leave a link in the iCard section of the episodes and stuff, but what a great show. I really do enjoy it. And they cover the book so well. And because the book's it's only one book, I think there's supposed to be another one, but that show covers that one book very, very well. They do it expertly, in my opinion. Okay, anyways, Bill will portray Sir Simon Strong, nice, Castellan of Harrenhal, and great uncle to Lord Lars. Fox will portray Sir Gwen Hightower, son of Otto Hightower, brother to Queen Alicent, and uncle to King Aegon, Queen Helena, and Prince Aemon. Rankin will portray Ailey Rivers, a healer and resident of Harrenhal, and Salim will portray Alan of Hall, a sailor in the Valyrian fleet who served in the Stepstones campaign. That sounds very interesting. I will be honest with you. I don't remember any of these people off the top of my head, just because it's been a while since I did read that book. But I don't remember the healer in there. But I mean, she could have been in there, but I don't remember. It's not like a regular novel. If you've ever read the book, it's not like a regular novel, but it's kind of like all these like stories, and like you get different versions of the story, so you don't know which one's true and everything. Because like Mushroom will say something, and then somebody else will say something, and the High Priest will say, or the High Septon will say something else, and you're just like, well, which one's true? And that's the thing I liked about the show, is the show was able to, instead of having different versions of one story, like I said, Mushroom would say something, and then the High Septon would say something, and you're just like, well, which one's true? Because they conflicted each other. The show, I liked it that it just said, this is the story, this is how it went down. I really liked it a lot. It was great. Okay, returning cast includes Matt Smith, Olivia Cook. Okay, we're not going to go through the whole cast, because if you don't watch the show, this is the cast. Anyways, producing is underway on season 2, shortened to 8 episodes from 10 episodes in season 1. I hope that the shortening of the episodes really gives more to the CGI in terms of, like, say, they are able to spend that money on the dragons, because there's some really great dragon fights in there in this story, and I really hope they do the Dance of the Dragons, properly. So it says George R.R. Martin is the executive producer and co-creator alongside showrunner Ryan Codal. Executive producers are Sarah Hess. Oh, who cares? Fox is represented by. Okay, we're not going to go into representation. So I think this is great. I think that we're going to have a lot of fun with this season. Like I told you guys before, I love House of the Dragon, this first season. I thought the book is, like, I'll be honest with you. Fire and Ice, the Game of Thrones books, the Song of Fire and Ice, those books are great. I love those books. I love those books so much. I really wish Martin would hurry up and write the next one. But what are you going to do? And then I also the House of the Dragon book. It wasn't that it was bad. It was just written differently, and it was more of like uh I don't want to say a journal or a diary, but it was like you got these accounts of a story and it was just so convoluted because you're all like, well, which one, what really happened? And like you're trying to make up what happened and everything. So it'll be interesting to see all of these people, and like I really like Simon Russell Beale because he was in Penny Dreadful. I have a picture of him down below. He was in Penny Dreadful, and I love that show. And then of course, Ab, Abubakar Salim, he was father in Dances with Dance with Wolves or Dance with Wolves, that show on HBO with the he played father, the robot. It was Dances with Wolves, which was a pretty decent show. It was a little like, you're like, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but it was a good show. But yeah, those there's the latest cast members added, and I can't wait to see this season. I mean, they haven't started filming yet, but I really hope that it's good. So that is my first story this week. So for my second story this week, all right, you guys. So, How to Train Your Dragon. I did a story on this of how they were going to make a live action remake. I think it's a little too soon, but what are you going to do? Everybody's making live action remakes. But it looks like they're doing one of How to Train Your Dragon, and there's a rumor that they're going to have Dylan Grazer play Hiccup. So why don't we go ahead and read this article? And yeah, so this comes from the Direct. There he is, Jack Dylan Grazer. I just said Dylan Grazer earlier. His name is Jack Dylan Grazer. Anyways, it says How to Train Your Dragon's live action remake is seemingly making strong headway as a new rumor has listed potential actors as its lead stars. Okay, it says DreamWorks' How to Train Your Dragon animated movies became fan favorites due to their incredible cast and heartwarming stories. As a result, it isn't surprising that a live action remake is in development. It remains to be seen how this version will differ from the story perspective. But it is a good sign that Dean DeBlois, the filmmaker behind the animated trilogy, has been confirmed to return for the remake as its director, writer, and producer. That's interesting. I wonder how he'll do that, differently. Okay, so it says How to Train Your Dragon remake cast rumor. It says Entertainment Schooner Daniel Richmond shared a rumor that listed 3 actors allegedly in talks for the lead roles in How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake. So it says Jack Dylan Grazer as Hiccup. So it says up and coming young actor Jack Dylan Grazer is rumored to be in talks to portray Hiccup, Horrendous Haddock III, the lead character in the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Dylan Grazer has been many notable roles in the past, such as portraying Freddie Freeman in the Shazam movies, which he did a great job. I really liked him, especially in that second one. I thought he did a really great job. And Eddie Kasperbank in It and It Chapter 2 also did a great job. He was in It Chapter 1. I liked Chapter 1 better than Chapter 2. I don't know how you felt about the It movies, but he was my favorite part of It Chapter 1. He was just the best part of that movie. Okay. We're going to read through these other ones. It says, Alia Cavarro as Astrid. Okay, great. I don't know how to say her name, and you can get mad at me if you want. So it says, Alui Cavarro. You know what? Anyways, this girl is reportedly in final talks to portray Astrid Hofferson, Hiccup's love interest in the animated franchise. Cavaralho is best known for voicing Moana in Disney's animated movie for the same name and portraying Capri Donahue in Darby and the Dead. Okay, I know who she is now. She did Moana. Great, good for her. Good for her. And then finally, Joel Edgerton as Stoic the Vast, which I think this is good. I do like Joel Edgerton. I think he's pretty good. So it says Joel Edgerton is rumored to portray the live action version of Stoic the Vast, aka Hiccup's father in the franchise. Edgerton recently reprised his role as Owen Lars in Obi-Wan Kenobi. The actor is also known for having roles in The Gift, Bright, Red Sparrow, and The Stranger. I didn't see all of those, but I did see some of them. I saw the Red Sparrow. That wasn't that great. I liked Bright. The Gift, I didn't watch that. And yeah. Okay. When will the live action remake premiere? It is a good sign that rumors are already swirling about the casting of How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake, since it could hint that pre-production is underway. How much is this? Okay, yeah, we'll just read the rest of this. The fact that the actors are reportedly in final talks could also mean the production might not be too far off, indicating that it could begin in early or mid 2024 if everything goes according to plan. If so, a potential 2025 release date could be in the cards. I'm not going to go through the rest of this. I'm just going to go through my thoughts on this casting. Okay, so Joel Edgerton as Stoic the Vast. He doesn't seem as big to me enough to play this role, but at the same time, I do love Joel Edgerton. So if he gets it, I'm down with the sickness, and I'll watch this for sure. I definitely will. And I'll watch this no matter what. As far as this girl goes, Ailey Caffarello. I don't know how to say her name, and you can get mad at me if you want. I don't care. As Astrid, I mean, she's pretty. I'm curious if they'll do her hair blonde or not. I don't care if they do her hair blonde. That's fine by me. Yeah, good for her. And then finally, Jack Dylan Grazer as Hiccup. I think this is a great choice. I like Jack Dylan Grazer. I think he's a good actor. I don't really know him outside of the whole acting thing, but like I said before, when it came to Shazam 2, and Shazam 1, but he was definitely a standout, especially in that second one. I thought he did such a great job. He was my favorite part in that movie, I think. And then also, no, he wasn't. He was my second favorite part because Helen Mirren was my favorite part. But then in It Chapter 1, he was definitely my favorite part of that movie because he was so good. And he just really just stood out as far as everybody in that movie. So we'll just see. Good for them, and we'll see how this goes. So that is my second story of the week. So for my third and final story of the week, you guys, they're making another Smurfs movie, and Rihanna has been cast as Smurfette. So this comes from Variety, and this says, Rihanna is Smurfette in Paramount Animation's The Smurfs movie. So let's check this out. There's Rihanna. Look at her. Very beautiful. I love Rihanna. She's so great. Okay, so Rihanna has been cast in the voice role of Smurfette in the new live-action hybrid featurette from Paramount Animation, The Smurfs movie. The superstar made a surprise in-person appearance at CinemaCon Las Vegas annual convention of movie theater owners to make the announcement on Thursday. I tried to get the Papa Smurf role, but it didn't work out, the singer joked, on stage at Caesar's Palace Hotel and Casino, along Paramount Animation head Ramsey Naito. It was revealed that Rihanna will star, write, and record original songs and produce the upcoming project. Clad in a stonewashed denim cape, she also confirmed she is in her third trimester of pregnancy with her second child. Good for her. Being a parent is awesome. Sorry, I went too far. So it says the film, according to NATO, is that what it is? Anyways, will explore themes of identity and ask the central question, what is a Smurf? Rihanna previously lent her voice. I hope this isn't a take on what is a woman, because that'd be weird. Yeah, I don't want that nonsense in my animated movies. Yeah. Anyways, Rihanna previously lent her voice to the DreamWorks animated feature Home. She did great in that movie. I love that movie, Home. I watch that movie, not all the time, but when I first saw that movie is so good. Go watch Home. It's so good. Which grossed over $380 million at the worldwide box office. Her live action screen credits include Battleship, which wasn't that great, but she did okay in it. This Is the End. Love This Is the End. It was very funny. I laughed. And Valerian, the City of a Thousand Planets. You know what gets me about Valerian is that movie could have been good, but it came out too late. Yeah, it just came out too late. You know what I'm saying? And then Ocean's 8, which sucked. And then Gava Island. I never saw that. Based on comic books by the Belgian artist Peyo. The tribe of little blue creatures previously enjoyed a modern film franchise at Sony Pictures, which kicked off over a decade ago. Director Raja Gosnell, Scooby-Doo, made 2 live-action hybrid films starring Neil Patrick Harris, and voices include Julia Roberts, Katy Perry, Hank Azaria, and Joe Manganiello. The film is set to hit theaters in February 14th, 2025. Pam Brady wrote the script, and Chris Miller will direct. I don't know either one of those 2 people. In addition to the Smurfs reboot, the upcoming Paramount animation slate includes Seth Rogen's take on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, New Adventures of SpongeBob. Okay, so these other movies. So I think this is great. I think that Rihanna is great. I really do love her. And good for her getting another voiceover role, and good for her on being pregnant, and congratulations, Rihanna. But I think this is a good step. I really do like Rihanna, and I love the Smurfs. I love those Smurfs. I used to watch that show all the time when I was younger. So yeah, I hope they knock it out of the park. I really do. Just none of that identity politics crap in my animation. I don't want it. I want to be able to take my kids to this and not have to explain stupid crap to them. But yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this sucker up. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Simon Russell Beale, Freddie Fox, Gayle Rankin, and Abubakar Salim joining the cast of House of the Dragon for season 2? And what do you think about their characters and everything? Again, I think this is great. I think this sounds great. I'm all for it. I can't wait to watch season 2 of House of the Dragon. Like I said before, I just love that show. And I love that whole world. I love the books and everything. It really, really is great. And now tell me also, how do you guys feel about these casting rumors for the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon? 2 dragon stories. I should have tried to find another dragon story. But how do you guys feel about Jack Dylan Grazer as Hiccup for the How to Train Your Dragon movie? I mean, I think this is a good choice. Like I said before, I do like Jack Dylan Grazer. I think that he's a really good actor. And so far, the things that I've seen him in, I think he's really, really good. He's just really talented, and I'm, good for him. And then finally, tell me, how do you guys feel about Rihanna voicing Smurfette? Like I said before, I love Rihanna. I like the Smurfs, so this is a great fit, I think. And she did a good job in that Home movie. If you ever go and watch that movie, it's really good, and she did a great job. So I think that she's going to knock this sucker out of the park. And I think Rihanna's a really smart lady, so I think that she really knows, and she's funny. So I think that she knows what she's doing. And I say, good for her. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this sucker up. And tell me what you guys think about this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my Week in Review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my Week in Review.